So, you don't know anyone around here, and you don't even know where to spend the night. Well, this is a proper pickle indeed. Are you quite sure you'll be able to survive?
Okay, science guy with the funny hat, how is it not clear to you that I don't know what I'm doing?
Now, I've mentioned already that Pokémon are strange, marvelous creatures. What's so strange about them, you ask? Well, each and every Pokémon is able to shrink itself down to minuscule size. And that's where Pokéballs come in. Pokéballs are a recent invention, you see. Throw one of them at a Pokémon and, why, the Pokémon will shrink down and fit inside the ball, comfy as can be. And with that, you've caught a Pokémon.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool, but who figured out that Pokémon can do that? To do that, you would have needed a Pokéball to begin with, but I'm assuming the Pokéball was designed around Pokémon's ability to shrink? But under what other circumstances do Pokémon shrink? In fact, I just realized, why are they called Pokémon at all? Doesn't that stand for pocket monsters because they're monsters that fit in your pocket? If having Pokémon wasn't commonplace and Pokéballs were just recently invented, wouldn't they just be Mon? Mon Legends Arceus?
If you'll indulge me for a moment, there's something I'd like to share with you. You see, I have a dream to compile this region's first complete record of its Pokémon. We in the field call such a catalog a Pokédex.
Toro shit. Professor Samuel Oak of Kanto invented the Pokédex, the world's first high-tech encyclopedia on Pokémon. You can't just rewrite history like this.
Come now, what do you say? Shall we help one another out, my boy? Come now, what do you say? Shall we help one another out, my boy?
Well, I literally can't say no, so...
But if you fail to pass the trial we put you to tomorrow, you must move on. You will be expelled from the village to meet your fate, and perhaps your death, in the wilds.
Ma'am, I'm a roughly around 15-year-old child who fell from the sky and is lost in time, and you're telling me that if I don't help you on your arbitrary quest that you'll leave me to die? Our 5 principles. 1. Behave with courtesy to others. 2. Superiors are owed your respect. 3. Likes and dislikes are a luxury ill afforded. 4. Those who are weaker must be helped. 5. Difficulties must be faced head-on. Ah, the YouTuber's mantra.
These Pokeballs may be handcrafted, but they work a treat, as you've already seen.
Well, yeah, I would assume they were handcrafted, given that, you know, they're a recent invention and the fact that everything is handcrafted around here. This is honestly probably one of the most advanced pieces of technology you have. It's awesome that I can call my Pokemon out and that I can have my whole party interact with each other, and this is a really small thing, but why can't I have them follow me around when I'm on foot?
Congratulations, Chari. You've taken your first step towards seeking out every Pokemon. This calls for a commemorative photograph.
Wait a second, hold on. You guys don't even have an effective method of agriculture, but you have fucking cameras?
I see you've changed. Regarding your accommodations, you may continue to use the room you slept in last night. You may wear this as well.
Why didn't you just give me the hat with the rest of my uniform last night?
Lovely. I'll have you styled and ready in no time.
How did you make my hair longer? Hey, it looks like my foot IK is not okay.
Can't tell you what a relief this is. Felt like I had a bone stuck in my throat. Only the throat's my brain and the bone's a thought. Thanks for helping me get that bone out.
That's what my ex-girlfriend said to her new boyfriend Jake after her soon-to-be ex-husband Steve found them together on New Year's. How are my glasses staying on my face?
Most people prefer it when things are simple enough to be judged on face value alone. And proving your worth by moving up through our ranks is something anyone can understand. Keep at it, and even if you did fall from the sky, people may be more willing to accept you.
To be fair, I really don't get why people don't. All I did was fall from the sky, which, for whatever reason, the people around here sure love to painfully and rudely point out. Why do I have the ability to evolve my Pokemon whenever I want? Like, don't get me wrong, that's in the top 10 new features for me, but I just don't understand why they don't automatically evolve when the conditions have been met.
Woo! Did I surprise you? I bet I did.
Yes, I was so scared. Look how scared I appear to be.
We're meant to stand alongside Pokémon, not count ourselves above them.
We do not use Pokeballs from a desire to control our Pokemon, only so that we can live together.
So that we can control them. Oh, you must be that Galaxy Team scholar I've heard about. Good to meet you, Mr. Professor. Mr. Professor. Okay, to my knowledge, no one tells you that this is how you nickname your Pokemon. You're just supposed to find out on your own, I guess?
Thank you. Gosh, you're nice for someone who fell out of the sky.
See what I mean? Like, what is with this prejudice? All I did was fall from the sky. That has no bearing on what kind of person I am. What? How's it doing that? How am I drowning? I'm like 3 meters from the nearest land. I can at least float there.
Eureka! We'll simply have to throw the food.
Fucking duh, Laventon. Isn't that how we feed other Pokemon anyway? You guys taught me that. That's a Celestica flute that Mai just played. It's a precious tool that can be used to call on Weird Ear so you can ride upon him. It's said the Celestica flutes were gifts from Almighty Sinnoh itself. Now, this one's yours. It's not that grand a gesture, really. I can't play the flute for the life of me.
See if you can play that melody.
I am fortunately very musically inclined. I just copied that melody note for note without being told what notes to play. Hell, I bet you I've never even touched a flute. What? Where was it keeping it?
So, you say that you Galaxy people came up with a method to quell Lord Cleavor's frenzy? What? You'll mash up Cleavor's favorite foods into balls so you can throw offerings at him? Well, that's quite an unorthodox approach. You Galaxy people, your inventiveness just blows me away.
Seriously, no one thought to throw the food at it?
I see now. Pokeballs are simply your tools of choice, not products of disregard for Pokemon. You still understand the Pokemon that you've caught and treat them as partners.
As much as I can, anyway. They literally wouldn't listen to me unless I used the Pokeballs to catch them. I am floating on top of this tumbles. Huh?
Huh? Where are the eyes on this little guy? Don't tell me. It doesn't even have eyes? But then that means Zubat flies around while being completely blind. Zubat must have some other kind of secret sense if it doesn't even need eyes. That's amazing and all, but it hardly helps me. What am I going to do about my nighttime shifts on guard duty?
What the fuck would you have done even if it did have eyes? It's not like you can use them as your own.
This is kind of a secret, but something terrible has happened. Hisui is in a whole lot of danger. Hundreds of years ago, a being that brought calamity to this region was sealed away by someone using the power of a strange magic.
Okay, listen, I was trying to avoid the open world elephant in the room, but people were already comparing this to Breath of the Wild. You don't need magic and calamities in the mix.
After the seal was broken, a whole bunch of wisps scattered across Hisui. 107 of them in total.
Wait, how do you know exactly how many pieces there are? And if you know, why don't you just collect them yourself? Also, this side quest. It's no Breath of the Wild Korok seeds, but it's still frustrating to do without a guide, all for a damn spirit tomb.
Wow, the Galaxy Team hairdresser really is, dare I say, cutting edge.
Get it? Cutting edge. Okay.
I was able to get that shot I needed thanks to you and that Pokemon of yours. This should go a long way toward getting the other villagers over their fears and into some photos with Pokemon.
Dagaro, you already have a photo of Volo out there with his Togepi. Why would a photo of me and my Pokemon be any different?
I'm sure many people were saved by your actions, but I wonder if there wasn't some other way to handle the situation. What you did is hardly different from bullying a Pokémon into submission, after all.
Because it was hurting people. That dude from the Galaxy team literally, not figuratively, got maimed. Tell me, Commander, if we do end up in a struggle with the Pearl Clan, what will your people do?
We would be forced to remain neutral.
Meaning what? You're the leader of a clan and you don't know what remaining neutral means? From the second Beauregard asked me to get him a Wurmple because he wanted a Beautifly, I knew what the joke was going to be. So for this part, Warden Iscan tells us to go get a Dusclops so that we can use its Dark Pulse to prepare a meal for Basque Legion in order for it to accept us and let us ride through the water on it. But why a Dusclops specifically? Duskull are way more common, probably less scary to Iscan, and can learn Dark Pulse too. How do the noble Pokemon know when to come to our aid when the Wardens and I all play the same notes? And it's not like we can't play different melodies. Irida played a unique song on her Celestica flute earlier.
I don't get it! How'd I lose?
Your Pokemon has a 4 times weakness to fire, that's how!
You know, Obama Snow can't fight at full power in crazy heat like this. It wasn't a fair battle. We were basically going easy on you. In fact, how dare you make poor Obama Snow battle in such a stupidly hot place?
You're the one that sent out Obama Snow, sister.
I know it's hot, but hang in there, Obama Snow. Smash that runt! Growlithe, please stop. You cannot beat such foes.
To be fair, even with its Hisuian Rock-type addition making Grass-type neutral to it, I still think that Growlithe on its own could kick Obama Snow's ass. How? No, I'm pretty sure you still need a Firestone for that.
The words, "I like winning more than anything else," flashed through my mind just now.
There is no reason for Ingo to be here. Like, at least I was brought here to seek out all Pokemon in Hisui, but like, was Ingo brought here to introduce the concept of Pokemon battles? Because those already exist. Did they just grab a random character from Gen 5 and think, nobody remembers Ingo, plus Emmett's still in the future, so we really only need one twin? What the hell is... Hold on, this makes no sense. Porygon is a man-made Pokemon. And yeah, okay, maybe we're able to find it because of the space-time rift, but 95% of the time, you wouldn't find Porygon in the wild.
I confess I still have my doubts whether we should even be getting involved in this case. No damage has been done so far, but if we send Chari out there, we'll be putting him in danger of real harm.
You've been doing that this whole time, Laventon.
Chari! Brisk out here, isn't it?
How aren't you freezing?
Freezing? I'm practically sweating. If you think this is bad, just wait. This is nothing compared to where we're headed.
If you think this is hot, how are you not dying at Firespit Island? We were standing at the top of a literal volcano.
Our mighty lord of the tundra, Avalugg, has done nothing to trouble any person or Pokemon.
Sir, please try to keep your cool.
Get it? Cool. Okay.
Who cares about the grandstanding? Let's get to battling! My musculature is as hard and unyielding as ice. Think you can break through?
Well, my Pokemon aren't fighting you.
Yurik once managed to climb nearly to the top of Avalugg's legacy, I'll have you know. He says he made it to within 6 feet of the top. Might makes right, or at least height.
Well, I think Yurik is full of shite.
Now, don't try to repeat the wondrous feat you're about to see me perform. A tall leap like this can only be managed by highly toned bodies like mine.
My dude, I don't think a toned body is going to be worth much if your ankles are shattered. And I don't care how ripped you are, or if you do have strong ankles, or even if there's soft snow at the bottom. If you fell from this height, you'd be f***ed. Absolutely deceased. I don't think that's how I was supposed to do that, but you know what? Okay.
You came from the rift, as did the lightning. You're connected to these frenzies, are you not? Did you think to gain our trust by quelling the frenzies you yourself brought about?
What the hell sense does that make? Why would I, a complete stranger, agree to and stop the trouble I intentionally created?
After here?
Hold on, Commander.
There's nothing to suggest Chari has wronged us.
Exactly. And besides, do you really think he's got some sort of fearsome power it'd take to make all this happen?
Let me ask you in turn. Can you prove beyond a doubt that he is free from guilt? This person, this stranger, appeared out of a rift in space-time.
Wait, all of a sudden you don't trust me?
Who here can guarantee he is to be trusted?
But no one can do that. You're asking us to prove a negative. How is anyone supposed to prove the absence of all doubt?
Come on, let's be reasonable. What is Chari supposed to do then?
He will be given the chance to investigate this latest disaster, but not as a member of the Galaxy team. He remains a suspect unless he can clear his name. There are those in our village who cannot trust a stranger like you who fell from the sky. And so I must ask you to leave. You are no longer welcome in the Galaxy team. Consider yourself banished from this village until you can explain why these calamities keep befalling our good people.
Dude, I can't even remember where I came from. How am I supposed to know
its
this?
rightful state and proving your innocence beyond doubt. Is that clear, Silene?
Yes, sir.
How can you act so heartless? Don't you believe in Chari?
Do not attempt to intervene on his behalf. I will do what I must as the commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. But I have not forgotten your deeds, nor the unusual skill you have displayed. That is why I have chosen to let you walk out of here free rather than clap you in chains.
You realize I command multiple beasts that not even you have been able to tame, right? If I wanted to, you would be dead right now.
How could anyone do such a thing?
Do what?
I guess we should have expected this from a stranger from the sky.
I haven't done anything.
Ah, that is a problem, isn't it? What shall we do about that, indeed? Now then, so we're to visit 3 lakes. It doesn't sound like an easy task, that's for sure. It sure would be wonderful to have a kind soul who might help us out.
Quite the opportunist, aren't you, Volo? Such a consummate guild merchant.
Wow, it's so convenient that whenever Volo needs something to happen, an Ex Machina happens to present itself. There you are, Chari. Irida's already headed to Mount Coronet. How are things looking here?
The commander is already at Mount Coronet.
He's already started up the mountain? He must be more reckless in that dignified manner of his lets on. How did you know that Irida was headed up Mount Coronet, but not that Kamada was? Wasn't the whole point of her staying behind that she would watch him and report back? He caught it.
The red chain has shattered, but we owe the Pokémon of the lakes our thanks for getting us this far.
Oh, well done, Chari, my boy. Masterfully handled. I was watching the whole time as you battled and caught your way to a simply stunning victory. You are truly the pride of the Survey Corps.
Looks like I taught him well.
I already knew how to catch Pokemon before I even met you, Akari. You didn't teach me how to fight a space-time god. Wow, the legendaries just come to us in this game, don't they? Why are we running away? We just fought and caught Dialga, no problem. Palkia should be just as easy.
Well, the red chain we have at least. The pieces anyway. I did collect them.
When? I was fighting Dialga and Palkia showed up right after. When would you have had the time to grab the pieces?
It's decided then. Thus begins our search for the Stone of Creation's beginning. Although the name is rather a mouthful, wouldn't you say? I propose we call it Origin Ore.
Or you could just call it Origin.
The coin that I remember never hesitated to help someone in need, even if she groused as she did so. I suspect they may have been worried about us, perhaps even wanting to help.
No, they specifically said they were here to steal the treasure from us, so I don't think that was it. I feel like you guys should have studied the red chain before we crafted it into the Origin Ball. That way, we could have replicated its composition to create our own version of the chain. The ball seemed to be able to contain Palkia pretty well, so with the red chain and more of the origin, we could just create Pokeballs that would allow us to be masters of any Pokemon. A Master Ball, if you will. You must think that I'm either the biggest idiot in the world, that this is my first time playing a video game, and that I was born yesterday, if you think for a nanosecond that I believe that this was the end of the game. I have never seen a video game so blatantly full of shit when trying to psych the player out. Is your foot IK-OK, Volo?
With this, you have officially attained the rank of 6th star in the Galaxy Expedition team.
I could use Ultra Balls before getting the 6th rank. That's how I caught Dialga.
Yes, the moon. You must go where you may meet the moon's gaze unobstructed. Does that clue illuminate your path?
No. Because I can see the unobstructed moon almost anywhere in Hisui.
I've had a message from Mistress Kojita. I'm told you're collecting plates of some sort with the merchant Volo.
How do people communicate so damn quickly here? I thought I was literally the only one with a phone. Irida, I'm not gonna lie. I really want to take your request, but I seem to keep walking through you.
I will go back to the settlement and tell the others about the feathers that we didn't get.
I mean, I caught Cresselia. I could just go get her and pluck some of the feathers for you whenever you wanted.
Now, the moment comes at last. The big reveal. What, pray tell, is the secret behind this wood?
Secret? Your expectations need tempering, I fear. This wood is merely for fashioning myself new cutting boards.
Fortunately, I had pieces of wood on standby by the time I got this mission, but this would have been really annoying to do for something that has no relevance to the plot.
Now hand over the plates you gathered! I will be the one to bring them all together!
What? No way. Volo was the surprise bad guy? I would have never guessed. The fucking Benny being a ninja twist from before the credits rolled was better than this. Yeah, you finally beat Giratina is right. Fuck this fight, man. Imagine the Cynthia champion fight from Platinum, exact same team except for the Arcanine instead of the Milotic, followed by having to fight literal Pokemon Satan twice in a row, and you don't get to heal in between any of the fights, meaning you just have to go against a dude with a team with the most varied typing in any Pokemon game, including Cynthia, and the Ghost Dragon Devil Incarnate, and then the Ghost Dragon Incarnate with no feet! So, after you beat Volo and Giratina, you're tasked with completing the Pokedex, so my friend Nathaniel Bandy and I split the work and traded whatever the other needed in the interest of time. During this process, I handled the Pokemon that required max friendship in order to evolve, one of them being Crobat, and we would just trade back afterwards. In doing so, I found out that the Pokedex, for whatever weird reason, counts getting your Pokemon back as somehow having caught it again, meaning that you could just increase the research level by trading the same Pokemon back and forth and having the game think that you caught it multiple times.
This is Enamoris, a Pokemon hailed as the Herald of Spring. Enamoris is not particularly given to ill behavior, but I imagine you'd like to document her for your Pokedex, wouldn't you? Catch her then, if you like. She always flits about in the Crimson Mylands.
Or I could just catch her now. Why do I have to? Oh, okay. It takes 50 plus hours for Pokemon Legends to Arceus. Let me get this straight. You, Arceus, the god of the Pokemon world, wanted me, a 15-year-old child, to catch all the Pokemon in the Hisui region so that you could meet me, again, a child, so that you could beat the shit out of me with lasers and meteors. I swear to Arceus, I don't mean for this to keep coming up, but if you gave me a Keyblade and made Arceus my size, this would basically be a Kingdom Hearts fight. Hey everyone, Char-I-5 here. Thanks so much for watching my CinemaSins pastiche of everything wrong with Pokemon Legends Arceus. I'd like to thank my supporters on Patreon and my channel members. If you want to be featured in future videos, then consider helping me out a little bit each month or hit that join button. To those who do support, stay awesome. You guys should head on over to CinemaSins, the awesome people that I pastiche. They also host sister channels that cover music videos, brands, and other topics. If you have some time, why not check out everything wrong with Detective Pikachu? Until next time, stay safe and stay awesome. This is Char-I-5, signing off.